Hello and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Transformers Legacy Road Hauler, or if you want me to say it this way, the Transformers Legacy Road Hauler. And this is from the Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection. I picked this figure up from Walmart, and since this was a repaint, I decided that I would just do the unboxing here. So let's go on ahead and open this thing. Alright, so first of all, before we do that, this is the same. All the packaging does not have plastic in the front, so you can just, put your fingerprints all over it in the store. See that it's real plastic and go on from there. But anyway, you can kind of see the some of the art there. Yeah, that's the art. And as I mentioned before, these boxes kind of remind me of G1 boxes, except for this little thing here. Wouldn't that be neat? Anyway, there's the bottom of the box, and then there's more of the same. That's the same picture. And then here is that's what he looks like. All right, cool. So let's take and open. Let's open this thing. All right, so let me give it a little slice of that tape there, and then let's see here. Can we take? Let's just open this up here. Technically, Road Hauler is a Constructicon. That means that he was a part of the. The thing about the Constructicons and all that is that they have kind of a mixed set of origin stories, but I'm happy. I don't really need to have them all jive, so that's all right. So here we go. And you can see it just has that same packaging that we're used to. It's just this one single piece of cardboard tied down with a whole bunch of paper ties and then taped with a bunch of plastic. And then here is, there's all the paperwork, this thing. And then, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I kind of like this box. It's nice. And then we got the instructions here. And let's see what we got. So, yeah, change. And no, no tech spec scan, QR code thing. But, if you already had this figure before, in, like Grapple or Inferno, you know what you're in for. So, and this is actually more of a Grapple recolor. So let's go on ahead and cut these ties that bind him to the packaging. And we'll do a proper review and maybe a little comparison too. All right, let's cut this and this. Let's cut that, and then I'm gonna be careful with these. So, can I cut it from the back? Yeah, why not? There we go. That should free up the last two weapons he comes with. So he comes with this gun, and he comes with the claw hook. And if you're familiar with any of those items, those are, that's kind of exactly what Grapple came with. So this, and this little thing here, which still has this little nozzle attachment thing. It's got a little bit of silver paint on it. These other two accessories do not. And if we take a look here at Road Hauler, we can see that he is, he's kind of cool looking. I like this. That's it. I don't have to do too much here. His crane hook swivels, so it can do all sorts of great things. Let me get this camera adjusted just a touch downwards so we can kind of show you how it rolls along here. It kind of rolls, not really. It's okay. I think once you get these out of the package, sometimes they're a little bit, I don't know, they may be a little loose or not transformed properly. You got to make sure they are. So this looks about right. So yeah, that's what we got going on. And this goes all the way up, all the way back. In fact, whoops, don't take it too far. And of course, this will collapse if you so desire to collapse it and then leave it out like that. Now, when it comes to this little guy here, you can store it right here. You can see there's a peg right here, and this slot will fit right into that peg. And actually, this back part should fit as well. So it'll kind of fit into this little groove here, the little part that plugs into there. You can do that. You can also finagle it out. You can also plug it into here and where the hook is, and you can kind of have that thing going on there. That's not half bad. When I'm having in vehicle mode, though, I definitely prefer it here. You can also put the gun, like you can put it here, because there's two pegs on it. There's one on each side, so you can turn it upside down if you feel like it. Turn it upside down, or maybe that's right side up. Yeah, probably not, because I don't know if it'll really fit that well, but this you can put here. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you can store it there. You can also store it here if you want. There's another place to put it, you know. But you can also put this grapple hook thing here, and that'll kind of fit there. And then you can have this here, and yeah, and you can just lean it up, and that's what you got going on there. So you can see there's a nice little striped paints up here, the black and yellow, the Autobot symbol right here, a little bit of silver paint on the front, silver paint on these stabilizing things. I don't know what they call them, but yeah, there you go. Now here what he looks like next to Grapple, which is what his mold is basically. It's just a green Grapple. So, and then here he is with Inferno. So we've got the three here, and I don't have Artfire, and I'm not going to be collecting Artfire. I think that came and went, and I did not pick up on it. So, but this is kind of what these three look like. So yeah. One thing that's kind of interesting about this mold is that the wheels here on the back are kind of clipped on wheels, and then these here, they're kind of on the hubcap is kind of fixed, but the wheels are not. So interesting little observation here. So I'm going to take these little guys off and put them to the side, and we're going to do another type of comparison. So here he is, Road Hauler, and here is Scrapper from the I believe it's called the Titan's Return. This is actually what they call the Unite Warriors version of him. So, and you can kind of see these things. I don't know if they scale that well together. So, yeah. So this is actually the Japanese version. So I don't have the U.S. version. So I couldn't tell you if the colors match, but you can from the U.S. version, they clearly aren't the same kind of colors that you would normally see here. So, so yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with there. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty nice. I kind of like the colors and everything else. And let's go on ahead and get them transformed for you guys. All right, so let's collapse this. And we'll just kind of put this, I think this can just be flipped up like that. And the next thing we want to do is gently wiggle this piece out. So there are two pegs here, and I know that people have had problems with these before because they were too long, but you only just pop them out just like that. And then we're going to pull, let's see here, let's make sure that this here is also unpegged, and then we will pull this entire thing down. So you want to take this joint right here and just shoop like that, because these are his legs essentially right there. So and then we'll pull this out like so, and then let's straighten out his legs. So what we do to do that is we're going to fold this down, and then pull it back like this so that the wheels are aligned thusly. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. There. Now, what we want to do is take these two pieces here and split the arms, because that's what they are. And there's a little tab, and there's a hole. Make sure that gets tabbed into there. Oh yeah. Also, I think maybe here too. No, not really. Just that's the one we would concentrate on locking it with. So, and we'll do the same thing on this side. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to accordion this thing up, okay? First thing we're going to do is take this, fold this up, and then we're going to take the second part and fold it that way, and then take the third part and that'll peg into that. And then before we close the top, we're going to flip this little box around to reveal the head, and then we're going to close this here, and that should snap into place like that. And then we're going to fold this all the way back and down. So we want this ultimately to be at a right angle to the back. And we might need to see how this didn't quite peg in here. Let's make sure that is pegged in. And then do the same thing here. I think. Am I doing this right? Oh, okay. So turn this around before I break it. And make sure that the deep part of this can be, you can do that. And the way you'll know is that if you get resistance, like I just did, you should be able to fold this entire mechanism back. All right, now, and you're going to take the arm, the hands, I should say, and flip them out, flip that one out, and do the same thing here. Okay, oops. Push that out. All right, and then turn, let's see here. Turn it, which way do we turn them? Oh, turn them so that the wrist holes face up, and then pull his arms down by his side. And then you have, there's Road Hauler in his robot mode, and the rumors are true. He's got a screaming face. Okay. He's angry. He's got the battle cry or whatever it is. Regardless, I think he's a really cool figure. Let's talk about the articulation just a bit. He's got the bicep swivel. There's your elbow bend. Another nice thing about this mold that I really like is that when you open this up, it's got some sculpted detail here, so it doesn't just leave it. You've got like that angle shoulder joint there. Very cool stuff. No other articulation there. His head has, I think it has some. Let's see here. I think his head can turn a little bit. It can turn around in there, but it really, that's about all. He's got what I think are universal hips here. So he can do the splits that way. He can do them this way. And then he can also do a nice knee bend right there. He has, I guess that's toe tilt. And then you've got an ankle rocker right there. So you can get a good ankle rocker right there. So you can get him into all sorts of cool poses. Now, if you're going to go the route of most, you can take his gun and you can put it in either one of these hands. Or you can mount it here, as his gun has two mount posts there. You can mount it like that. Whoops. You can mount it like that. You could mount it like this. Not really. That little thing gets in the way. You could mount it like this. It could be on its shoulder. Oh, groovy. But another thing you can do is, of course, with all the grapple and Inferno figures, you can take them and you can plug this nozzle tip into his hand. And you can do that. And you can take the grapple tip and you can plug that in to his other hand. So he can just have like these things going on, right? So, and there, you've got grapple. Oh, by the way, did I mention he doesn't have ankle? He doesn't have, what do you call it? Ab crunch, but he does have swivel at the waist. Very cool stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of what he looks like there. Will this fit in with your, with your Titan class Devastator? Not entirely sure about that. Let me get them transformed a little bit off screen here and see what he looks like. See at least what Scrapper looks like, because I don't have the rest of them sitting out here. Just have one of them. So, yeah, it might be a good thing to look at that. But before I get that going, let's take a look at this. I'm going to go on ahead and pop his weapons off. and we'll take a look. And again, if you want, we can do this, right? Do the same procedure. Hey, these are really tight, by the way. I think this is and I haven't really, and I think that was one of the issues, is that these are so deep that things are breaking off for people. So mine, fortunately, have never broken, so that's a good thing. So pretty easy transformation, no matter what you're dealing with on this mold. So very cool. And you can kind of see with the way I've got them transformed here, you can see that Road Hauler's head is basically the same head sculpt as Grapple here, just has different coloration, right? So like there. So there we go. We've got him right here, but that helmet design is exactly the same as the other one. So that's kind of what we're dealing with on that one. So yeah. And as for Inferno, yeah, we can do the same thing with him, but he is definitely a different kind of person. Wait, he's a different robot altogether. So, let's see here. I think the most important part of this is that we just want to see some of the sculpt differences. So as I transform this really quickly here, you can see that actually outside of the ladder and some of the head parts, the head itself actually, the ladder itself has a, it's a ladder. It's not like a crane or anything like that. So let's see here. Is that gonna fit? Did I bend that the right way? There we go. And then, of course, he also has, Inferno happens to have these wings here, which was a part of the original, I believe, the original toy. So, and with Grapple, I'm not going to give him any of his other accessories there, but you can see that the head is definitely different in sculpt from these other two. And these two are more closely related, although this one here, he's got a I'm gonna get your mouth, screaming mouth, And then Inferno over here, he's just, that's just the default head. So you can kind of see that there. Not too bad, So as I promised you, I'm gonna actually really quickly show you guys Scrapper here, if I can get this this to move. There we go, got it. There we are. So, yeah, how does he look next to, if you're curious on, putting together your Constructicon team, I don't know how well this scales, to be honest with you, with some of these. So it's kind of a different animal altogether. So, yeah. So interesting, right? Like if you were going to do like a Constructicon set, and, first of all, the green, at least for the Japanese one, doesn't match him. And yeah, it might be a little bit different. So let's see here, I think. Oh, boy, here we go. I got to, there we go. Yeah, not sure. Not sure how that all fits there and how that works together. They almost don't look like they match, but you know what? That's not going to ruin my fun with this thing. So, yeah, there we go. Just wanted to kind of show that off as a comparison point. Anyway, yeah, I love this particular mold. I love this since the first one came out. And like I said, the only one I don't have is Artfire. I do not plan on collecting that one. But yeah, so I recommend this figure if you can run out to Walmart and get them, or Hasbro Pulse, or wherever it is that you get them from. Like I said, pick this one up from Walmart. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. And I will talk to you guys later.